Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Mario Championship channel. My name is Savage Octagon, and I am happy to bring you semifinal and final Sunday of our March Gold Speed Tournament. And then there were four. We've got the 1 seed Swang, the 5 seed Packy, the number 3 seed Dawn, and the number 2 seed Atalito ready to battle it out to find their way to the finals. So very, very exciting. Swang pointed out in chat yesterday that it's going to be the Battle of California versus the Battle of the Keyboards. So we'll fill you in on that in a little bit. But before we do, I just wanted to plug next week, same time, you're going to be seeing some of our players battle it out in the silver speed bracket. So please show up again on Saturday next at about 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we will see some awesome players running the bracket in silver. Also, if you'd like to join us, if you'd like to be one of those players next month, please join our Discord, and we'd love to have you and answer any questions about the game. So, without further ado, you'll hear from me a little bit later, but in the booth joining me are Ook the Librarian and BSG 4000. Guys, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Crazy day yesterday. I heard I was working, I missed it, and I got to watch those VODs. That 1 second victory that Pac had over Frank was amazing. But other than that, not a lot of drama, a lot of sweeps yesterday, a lot of brooms out. So maybe we can dirty this up and have some less than sweep material today. And we're going to start this off with a classic rivalry, our number 1 seed Swang versus our number 5 seed Pac. How are you doing today, Ook?
Oh, I'm doing great, Chris. And yeah, I gotta say, this one's gonna be one for the ages. Um, we've got so yeah, this is Swang's first monthly tournament since last November, when he actually did win. So the guy's uh, got the recency, but he's Packy. He's a titan. He's a juggernaut. He's a three-time champion, but it's been a while since the last time he took that title. So I got to think Packy's the one who's hungrier for this, but it's a question of how's this going to go. These two, and I don't even know. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing some really good play here. They're gonna be in levels 10 through 13 as the Dave our restreamer getting that fixed up right now for us. So this one's gonna be more of the marathon. These guys are gonna have a lot of Dr. Mario to play, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
So Lifetime, this is their 6th meeting in the monthly speed runs. Pac has a 3-2 slight advantage, but on top of that, these two have met in the finals at the Live Versus tournament, and I believe they also met in Phoenix last year. So quite the back and forth, very evenly matched. I'm excited to go.
Yeah, and
Let's do it.
I'll give you one more stat. Um, in monthly play, not counting last year's championship, Swang has now gone 14 wins since his last loss. He hasn't dropped a single pip. So yeah, these guys, Packy's definitely got his work cut out for him, but you know how Packy can handle it as these guys are getting started on these level 10s.
Well, especially after defeating Frank yesterday, he's got to be on top of the world. And this is March Madness weekend, and we've seen a 16 take out of 1. And earlier this weekend, um, our 16 seed. Who was that again? I'm terrible at remembering the names. Read faster, Chris. Riggs. Riggs nearly took game 1 from Swang in a very close match. So the talent level from our top seed to our bottom seed keeps decreasing. It gets closer and closer. So one of these days soon, we're going to see that 16 take out of 1.
Oh yeah, and it has happened before. That actually happened
That's right.
last year. Hollow Man was the first one to pull that off. He was super excited. I got to chat with him after that. But looking at the boards that these guys have got, we've got Swang with just a slight lead right now. He's having a little bit of yellow trouble in that he's getting more yellow than he's got anything to do with. But so far, he is, like I said, holding on to just a very slim lead, although Packy has found a way to come back. And Packy does have the cleaner board right now. So, yeah, it's things are looking good for Packy as they get started, or as they are finishing up this first level.
Well, except for the lack of blues, he's really looking to make that extreme fat log on the bottom row, and he's not getting any blues, let alone blue red. So this is Swong's chance to catch up here.
Yeah, Swong's going to need some blue himself, and finally gets it. He's going to be out here at a 158.
Oh,
Good time for that. But Packy
look at that
one,
broken McDonald's on that board. Just no blue pills.
yeah, 206. So not a whole lot of time difference between these two.
That's why we play. That's why we play best of 5.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at the tops of these new boards, on Swong's side, I'm a little concerned about the lack of blue, although he does find a way to just blast his way into some more. Uh, Swong playing that heavy uh, combo style that involves a lot of horizontals, a lot of cerebral play, and you can see it just right there as he knocks out a huge swath of his board. Packy staying right on top with him, and oh man, these guys just blow for blow here.
I would love somebody construct a video of the history of our tournament over the past 2.5 years, where the high level play from when we first started in 2020 versus the high level play now, and the pattern recognition, and what is standard fare now. The tees and the whatever you call the move, where you take out a horizontal and drop several combos below that first level. The moves are so complicated we don't even have decent names for them yet. It's kind of just like to see how that's progressed over the past couple of years. But looking at Swong now, he only has one virus under everything else, so he's gonna need the opposite of what Pack had last time. Needs nothing but red blues or red yellows to get to the end of this, and we are
The double
close.
red. The double red, they're really doing a lot for
Yeah,
Swong. And yeah, just comboing his way right through. He's gonna be out at a 347. And Packy not too far behind. Yeah, it looks like he's calling for a horizontal, but oh yeah, there it's gonna be. That's a classic Packy play as well, setting up to where there's horizontal options and vertical options going on at the same time, where it could be just as efficient either way to clear out. That's something I learned watching him play and hearing him talk about it. So yeah, that's like you said. When we talk about the quality of play and how it's improved, Packy is definitely one of the reasons for that. Players like him and Dimwit have really taught the rest of the community so much. Um, and that's just saying so much about the way they play.
so again, 3 virus difference early on. We do go by the clocks on the player's field, so if there is a close match, we will have we will determine it by the player's clock and not the order that you see that in. I'm sure that came into play yesterday in that close match with Frank.
Oh yeah, we were definitely all sitting on pins and needles waiting for a final decision from our restreamer. As wow, Packy with a great combo there. It didn't quite finish up yet, uh, but yeah, just a lot of
And
fun to watch these two play.
there's 4 double vertical virus formations for Swong's board, so assuming you can uncover them, or if you get those fortunate double pills that don't come that often in the NES version, this could be erased very quickly.
Yeah, he would love to see a double blue, and in fact gets it. So that's going to
Ugh,
clear out the bottom of his board. Here goes the top. He's out at
smoking.
539. Yeah, he's really on a good pace here.
This is hot time potential, maybe not quite.
I would have to go back and look at it.
Well, we'll wait till the end of this. It's too thrilling to be putting our noses into books right now.
All-time best for Swung is 7 minutes and 28 seconds. So yeah, he's
Strong 13 might do it, but this board is with that cavity in the middle in columns 5 and 6. That's going to slow him down.
Pack out at a 608. So again, he's got his work cut out for him here, but He's a veteran at this level block. He can really, really get going at it.
And the viruses are more concentrated, less cavities in the board normally. That favors speed play. One of the semi-ironic things about these later levels in our championship is that speedrunning gets a little easier as the levels progress. Less cavities to work with, less reliant on RNG. The concentration increases, and you can work with what's given to you.
Yeah, but look at all this blue that Swong's got to
Yeah.
deal with. He's about to knock out his last red pill or red virus, and now it's all blue and yellow. And oh, the doctor giving blue and yellow. That's what you want to see if you're Swong here. But yeah, that was kind of Packy's last hope when it came to being able to finish out this level block first, was that the doctor wouldn't be this generous. But man,
One more blue pill's going to do it.
that's going to do it.
That's it. 717.
So that is a new PB for Swong, and let me check the hot times chart because that will be top 10. 717 on 10 to 13. That is the number 4 hot time. So, PB strats. We say it all the time. That's the way to win it.
Oh, it's wow. And Pack, well, probably won't get that sub 8, but very close. Nothing to sneeze at, but Championship Sunday, it happens
Oh, yeah.
seemingly every month now.
Yeah. Whether it was last month when Packy took out the 6 to 9 record, which everybody plays 6 to 9. That's not like these 10 to 13s where only a handful of players get to knock it out. That was just this incredible time that he set last month. So yeah, we're seeing records just falling left and right. And while that wasn't the number 1 hot time, that is still just an incredible hot time. So we're going to let these guys take a second, start breathing again, and then they're going to ready up. There they are.
You're readied? And I gotta say, since last weekend, you've upgraded from NPR voice to light rock Christmas time DJ voice. Like you got a little more pep in your step, and I love not only progressing the Dr. Mario game, but we're also progressing in our commentary game all around. Everything keeps getting better, and I love it.
Yeah, well, having to yell into the mic to be over the crowd noise and then being told that I
It's
sounded
still not
better.
loud enough.
That was yeah, well, it didn't feel like it was loud enough, but you go back and you watch those and it's like, "Oh yeah, no, Dave cut out all of the background noise so we were able to hear ourselves." And oh boy, I sound like a crazy person, but that's okay. Tell you what's not crazy is just how amazing these guys are playing as Swan gets a nice combo, but now he is out of yellow access. He is going to
As
have
is
to just.
Pack.
Oh, yeah. So is Pack. So these guys needing as much red and blue as the doctor is willing to give them.
One of the things that I'm trying to improve is to drop my pills and find places where I don't have to rotate. The rotation, especially with a controller, seems to be the biggest hindrance of keeping that snappy press down time down. Uh, I don't have the feel to rotate and move laterally at the same time. It's one of those things I need to work on. But if you can find those opportunities to leave the pill in its current rotation angle, then we can improve. And you can kind of see when you have a decision whether to move a pill on one side or the other. If you have multiple places, pick the side where you don't have to rotate.
It's an interesting thought. I'm gonna have to play around with that.
Yeah, it doesn't help my game, but it's something I'm thinking about at least. But look at this board here.
Yeah,
Pack is ready to go, but weirdly buried.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Swong. Oh my gosh. Yep. Swong is set up with combos. I was going to say he's behind, but everything is pretty much set up to combo. But Packy out first at a 150. And
Yep,
Swong.
here comes the non-blue barrage, and finally 157.
Yeah. Oh, and you hate to see that that pair of doubles just backed up against each other because it doesn't lend itself to an easy clear. Swang does manage to do that. But Packy with the lead early here in level 11.
And bye-bye blue access for Pack, so now we're going to see where he puts his garbage pile.
Great foresight clears for Swang. But now he's got a little bit of a garbage situation up on the top of his board. It was some stuff that he was planning on working with, and it's just not really finding a place yet.
Yeah.
And I got to feel like that was an overextended flip or something. And his board's starting to get really, really messy. Although I see now he's got some things worked out. Maybe
It's
it
a
wasn't an
versus board.
overturn. Yeah, maybe it wasn't an overturn. I don't know.
These guys are, yeah, they're the 500 IQ levels that, you know, we just
Yep.
don't catch that stuff sometimes, and kind of have to go with what they think sometimes and not assume. Have a discussion and chat about rotating pieces and how swimming and double rotating will help your times. And I love our chat teaching us up.
Dimwit's recent foray into, I forget what it is he calls it. Oh, blinking. That was an interesting look at piece mechanics and movement mechanics. This is a 30-plus-year-old game, and we're
Right.
still learning so much about it. So 347 for Packy, 350 for
350.
Swang.
Nice. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, these guys are prepping for just better play. Look at that all yellow fat log for Pack. That's beautiful. And yeah, he's definitely trying to put himself in the driver's seat for this one. And that extra bit of tapping is not what he wanted to see, but he's going to use that garbage, turn it into gold, get himself the drops into what he needs.
It is also a relief when you see the top players using drill downs like Swang uses right there. When you have a drill down, when you place a pill vertically and let the top half drop down underneath the formation, that does waste an entire second off your time. But if that's the play that you have, you'd play it anyway and keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. And I learned quite a bit last weekend about how how your drop time really can affect your play, even in verses just as much as it does in speed.
Whew.
That's
That combo from Swang clears out a huge chunk of his board and takes the lead 8-10.
and Packy with all this red.
Oh, come
Ugh.
on, Red Barrage, not like this. Come on, Doctor.
All right,
Swang's gonna be
set up.
out.
518.
Pack needs so many red pills, and he's not getting them. I mean, he
Yeah.
has set up to where the drops are minimal, but he just needs the freaking pieces game.
Yeah, I like this setup.
Oh,
He's
and he,
hoping for a double. Not going to get it. Out of the 539.
right, there's the
Look.
head scratch. The
Yep.
Swang's formation here. He's a little high up.
He got everything out of the way. Gotta wonder about that on his columns 1 and 2.
Yep. Pack's got a fairly clean formation. I think he might catch up here. Whenever you see players have to swerve and dig around like that, that's really going to cut into their time.
Oh, that double yellow, exactly what Swang needed to move things back into his formation. But yeah, like you said, Packy with the better board health just right now. He is just a touch behind, but Swang now, just everything's kind of in between columns 2 and 7. There's
The lightning bolt from Pack, like the perfect way to play that on the top right side. You could have waited and had a drop down on column 7, but played it with the lightning bolt to have no drop time, and we are in a tie game now.
yeah, and it's a tale of two very different boards. Swang, everything's clustered up in the middle of his board. Packy has nothing in the middle of his board. So at least until close to the bottom, it's they're inverted boards, if you will.
The librarian with the book references, gotta love it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Pack, even though it's only a 2 virus difference, Pack's board is way cleaner. Swang probably has something cooking here. And
gotta
as I
imagine.
mentioned it, did get it down, but there's still some a formation on the right that can be triggered with the horizontal and that red virus, but that still won't clear out the blues at the bottom. Anything can happen here. We're racing to the finish line. We're looking at sub-8s here possibly for both players.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, I love the way Packy's got this set up. He is free and clear on every virus right now.
Oh, he needs the pieces. Again,
Yep.
is this going to be the red pieces? Not a lack of them.
All right, now Swang's gonna need 3
Who's going to get it
reds.
first? Who's going to get it first? One more.
It's gonna be Packy.
802, 804. Oh my goodness, another skin of his teeth win for Pack. My goodness.
Yeah, that's we're gonna get that
Woo!
confirmed before we go on, but it does appear that was the correct time on that. These guys just playing lights out, and yeah, that was super close. So we're gonna get confirmation from our restreamer, the Dave, who is always on tap and making sure that everything is 100% above board. But man, oh man, that's yeah, both these guys just giving a big old grin. That's because this is what they wanted. This is what they both wanted. They know that these are top level players, and they've got to have we got to have some good games going on, and they wanted to give us one.
D Dave earning his ease today.
Oh yeah. Swang saying he's pretty sure that was a Packy win. Yeah, it did appear to be so, but we're gonna get confirmation. That's yeah, Packy. Saro's telling us Packy's gonna have a heart attack. I wholeheartedly agree. This is some stress.
Packy moves his head, revealing his priceless Nintendo World Championship 2015 t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Whereas Swang went with the studio display today. No background, no cat. He's all business today.
Just like yesterday, when whenever he leaned forward, I was marveling at how his green screen setup looks like the opening to GoldenEye 007. Maybe he'll lean forward at some point, and you can see that.
Got a confirmation from D Dave. Confirmed Packy finishes at 802, Swang at 803. Pack gets the crown, and we are now a best 2 of 3. And Swang is choking on his water after that.
Yeah, he must be listening to chat. All right, so GG's to both players on that one. Now reset and do it all over again, at least twice more.
Entertain us, come on.
Yes, here we are now. Oh, Chris, we're getting old. I just flashed in my brain how old that reference was.
32 years.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to hear it. I just, like I said. All right, ready for both players. 3, 2, 1, and pills. All right.
I like Swang's board better. That cavity that Pack is having to put those yellow blue pills into is not advantageous, and he did change his mind on the second and third ones.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't lend itself to Packy's mantra of keep pressing down. Although I like the way he's got it all set up. He just really needs a double red. Yep.
But Swang has the early 10 virus lead because of the top line is a canyon for Pack.
Yeah, but that layer of doubles, it's just looking at him and going, I dare you to try to clear us using doubles. And well, it's Swang. He's not going to turn that down.
Now Swang has a bit of a canyon issue. After that 6th row, that could get weird if he's got to put pieces in the bottom there.
Yeah, this slowdown has definitely been because he's got so much to think about. And this doesn't look like most boards. So, My whole idea of this is like a chess game where everybody's just kind of checking out things they've seen before. When you haven't seen it before, it really does it makes it harder. You're having to think through ways of thinking about these boards that you haven't seen before. So, uh, I love this setup from Swang though. He's
Pack
gonna have an
is
L.
L, yeah, here.
There it is.
They're both on high speed, so that is a little trickier to nail. But I do appreciate some high speed play. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play the game, play it on the difficult setting. I mean, don't. I'm a fan of not cheesing out, especially when it's voluntary. So 204, 206. Hey, Ook, we have a close game.
Yeah, what a shock.
Imagine that.
And now Swang looking at a whole lot of red and yellow for a minute. So he's going to have to not get a lot of red pills. Or a lot of blue pills. And what's he getting? Lots of pills of blue on him.
Ideally, you want to place a garbage pile, like he's doing. He's going to go across horizontally, knock out the red virus, and then have the blues drop. But you also, when I'm playing in a match, I'm not Swang or Pack, but I like to have a garbage pile where I can feed off of either side of that pile, so I could drop a red on one side and a yellow on the other side.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
he's
the higher IQ version of that into the triple.
finally gets the double red that he was really hoping for to begin with to do it in the most efficient way possible. But that throws some drop time down and cuts his lead down to just a couple of viruses. As Packy now taking over the lead in, yeah, these two are basically in a dead heat now.
Yep. Packy's right side might be problematic. We'll see how he deals with those two yellow viruses in rows 5 and 7. He's gonna try to stick it. Yep, there's the double, just as the doctor ordered. Pun intended.
And I gotta say, Swung probably in the lead regardless of the virus count. In fact, is in the lead now because of, while they were pretty well tied up, he had the better setups already ready to go. But now Pack just needing a
Yeah,
couple
he's gonna
more
make a
reds.
combo.
Yep.
Yep, one more red will do it. There it is. Nicely done. Up.
Oh, it gets stuck, but he gets it out
He's
of the
got it.
way. Out of
401
401.
and 405. Again, still close. 2 more levels to go.
Oh yeah. And
Keep it up, gents.
yeah, this is what we paid for. Uh, you know, and this is what we're getting. These guys putting on a heck of a show for us. And man, that's a nice fat log from Swang.
Packy taking the double yellow and not going for the combo, stacks it on top of his column 5.
Look at him, basically in a dead heat again. And again, Swang's got a lot of setups ready, but looks like some of them are kind of bonking out on him. Okay, that setup works. Finally gets the double yellow as soon as he commits to not using it. Yeah, I was gonna say I like the way Packy's board looks better, but now it's pretty much the same. These guys are these guys are just blowing my brain up right now.
It just goes to show you there isn't single solutions in this game. There are multiple ways to attack things, and sometimes, especially one of my deficiencies is that I get hyper focused on one solution. The pills don't come. The real high end players can have multiple solutions and have an exit strategy if the piece doesn't come for their primary solution. So especially on those Swang combos, you see if he doesn't get that particular piece to set off the combo, he goes for plan B with minimal damage to his overall strategy.
Yeah. We sometimes joke about that being taking mental health damage whenever things don't work the way you expect them to. And I like this setup that Packy's got. Everything's
There, look at this.
yep.
Ooh.
That yellow could have been taken out just then, but it does work out for him. And yeah, his right side is really going to be a problem. Although Swong
All right, he's
waiting
gonna
around for
combo
that.
into a fat log.
There it is. Oh, he misses it. Oh, but he sets off the combo anyway, out at a 619. Got the pills, skipped it, and then still managed to get it out. Like you said, multiple ways. 626 for Packy, though.
Here we are, final level, the pivotal game 3.
Yes, indeed. Winner of this one
I
gets a
like
little less to worry about.
a concentration of doubles on Swong's board. Double viruses, I should say.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up.
I
Right
think
now,
it's
there's
more
just
of a issue of. I think it's going to be RNG and the pills that's going to determine this.
yeah, Packy just not getting much of anything for what he's got on the top. He's looking at a lot of yellow right now, and that's not going to be great for him. But man, oh man, this is just great play
Yeah.
all around.
Swong has taken the lead here, and Pack is going to need perfect RNG to get out of this. But the combos are ready.
Yes, indeed. So the one problem that I see with Swong's board is how much everything's concentrated on the edges here. That can really spell disaster for a lot of players.
Yeah. You got to dig up or across. That slows you way down. Pack, with every double yellow Pack gets, he needs to take out a double yellow virus combo. And he had a double yellow earlier, and he used it to build up a combo elsewhere. And it's if you have that concentration of yellow viruses, me personally, again, not a champion, but I would take out viruses that are there for the taking. But there's another. We'll see what he does with it. There he goes. Perfectly done.
Swong manages to clear out quite a bit of his board.
This is tightened up.
Yeah,
12 to 8.
Not a lot that he can do with just these sets of doubles at the bottom. He is going to finally get this left-hand blue out of the way.
He's going to set the combo.
There it is.
I don't know what that move is, the Sarah Sparkle special.
Doesn't even need to de-sandwich, and now he's doing what Packy always said. Horizontal, vertical, 850.
850. Wow. So
yeah,
I think this is kind of the mental game. The speeds have slowed down. We had a really hot round 1. We had just over 8 minutes for both players in round 2. Now both players were pushing 9 minutes in round 3. So, keeping that mental edge is extremely tough. These guys have been playing for nearly half an hour straight, and we'll see how they endure into level 4 or round 4.
Yeah, this is definitely the part of the game where it just turns into a full marathon.
Yep.
Before it was, the early levels, it's a bit of a sprint. You got 6-7 minutes. Now we're looking at 8 or 9 minutes per game, and it's best of 5. So, yeah, this one, Packy wants to give us exactly what we want, which is a decider. Swong's getting ready to try to ice this one. Man, this one can really go either way. And we've got a ready from Packy. We got a ready from Swong. And let's see what these guys can give us in game number 4.
Chill versus chill, in case you're wondering.
3, 2, 1 pills. All right. Out the gate, liking what I'm seeing from Packy's board, just the slightest bit more. Except that now it's very, very yellow. He ended up with what he needed to begin, and now, yeah, the doctor's not as friendly now.
Oh, the garbage management for Swong in that combo, beautiful. You make this crazy combo not only to clear out a lot of viruses, but have 0 garbage at the end of it. Just amazing foresight. You only really get that good by playing this game a ton.
Kind of makes you wonder what we're doing with our lives, doesn't it?
Oh man.
At least you managed to make a career
I will
out
never
of
be
it.
this good, but I certainly enjoy the hell out of watching this.
Absolutely. Yeah, Swang really just barreling down the bottom of this board. This has been, oh, just beautiful to watch. And Packy getting some really good combos as well, but everything kind of on the edge for Packy. Swang got everything a little more concentrated. I like what I'm seeing. I think he's getting ready to do a horizontal on these yellows and on that last yellow. Everything's just coming up just the way he wants it to. And now he's got a decision to make. Yep, red or blue, it doesn't matter because he gets a red blue coming up after that. Minute 29.
That's
Minute
got to be close to a hot.
29.
That's a good. That's a good 6 to, or yeah, that's a good level 6
Yeah,
speed.
yeah, that's a solid
Twice
6.
as many viruses. The pack needs something up. There he goes. The blue is fortunate
Yeah.
for a change. Give him the yellow pills game. Give him the yellow pills game.
Not like this.
Woof. All right, 156.
Yes,
Pack
indeed.
has work cut out for him. Decent board to work with, though.
Yeah, and Swang already working on these combos.
Swang getting fancy again, and that's what I love about Swang. He does not change his game plan. He plays the same every time. If you know you got a monster lead, maybe you take the little more conservative approach. But he's like, nope, I'm playing against Pack. Pack can come all the way back. I'm going to play my game all the way throughout.
That he absolutely can, and I love that combo from him. All right, so when does this combo for Swang drop? That's the question. He says now. Now's the time.
With one piece of garbage, almost perfect. And D Dave reminding us that 129 would be 5th place on the leaderboards.
And that's the speedrun leaderboards, not even ours.
Ours is better. Just saying.
Well, yeah, but ours is only level blocks instead of individual levels.
But it's not resetting after every bad run. You're just taking what you get and going with it. So, from a competitive standpoint, go with that. The Pack only down 10. He's maintained that 10 virus lead, but it hasn't increased or decreased. So that'll give him. That means the door is open with 2 more levels to go.
And the bottom of Swang's board's not the best. It looks like everything's going to be all right for him. He finally gets everything kind of cleared out of the way and decides not to do the
Greedily
drill
does not
down.
do the drop down. But
I was a little surprised by that.
But I think it took about the same amount of time to cycle through 2 more pills. It was a risk. It didn't end up costing him. But he's out of 346. Pack has 5 to go. Needs that red blue for the side lightning, the sightning. What do we call side lightning? Whatever. He's going to be out at 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 flat. So that's a slightly better time than he got in his game 3, I believe. And yeah, now Swang without any access to blue, but oh man, the doctor giving him the yellow to just set up some stuff. Just set up some stuff, Swang. That's fine. Even the doctor likes what Swang puts out for us.
If you're going to complain about bad RNG, you better thank the game when you get good RNG, and that was the most opportune double piece you're going to see.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Now Swang looking at a chasm in the middle of his board, as Packy not having to deal with that, but is having to figure out, this whole situation, not having very much, if any, access to red. That's going to be his real problem here.
Well, if that red blue rush continues, that might be beneficial.
And it does just a little bit.
Still a 10 virus lead. It's been sticking there.
Yeah, and the problem now is going to be how much blue Packy's got to find.
If he can get the blue pieces, this will close up in a hurry. If not, this is over.
All right, Swang with the fat log.
I don't know if Pack wanted to do that.
And now he's using blues for something other than clears.
545.
Oh, but that L
handshake.
clear.
Swong's hand's starting to feel. He's starting to feel it, but he's starting to smell a victory here.
All right, love that combo from Packy. And now he's getting the pills that he needs.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
very
2
fortunate.
yellow.
Oh, that
Double
is
yellow. Perfect. Perfect.
exceptional.
Go. Finish strong. 6. All right. 7 virus difference. Final level.
Ooh, and Swung a little hung up on.
Look at that from Pack. The Swong type moves.
Definitely seeing Swung kind of having to recover there. He does use that red yellow the way it needed to be used. Gets that combo built up, but
No blues anywhere.
yeah, and Packy having the opposite problem. He's got
Pack
nothing
is
but
almost
blues
come all the way
everywhere.
back. It's only a 4 virus difference right now. And with that L, he has tied it up.
Oh, these two really just.
Oh,
hate
and
to
Pack
say it.
nearly disastrous. Comes back with the reshift at the very last frame.
You hate to say neck and neck again, but yeah, these guys are neck and neck. This is a tight game, although Swung back up with a 10 virus lead. But
How did
Packy
that
with
happen?
a lot of Packy's got a lot of setups going.
Yep.
But Swung keeping it going, and look at all these doubles that he's got available. That is
Oh,
really
wow.
going to be exactly what he needs. So now 3 more
blink and you missed it.
blues. Like he is going to set it up at the bottom, hoping for a red blue. Doesn't get it. Oh, does get it, but not till it's too late. 7:43 is it for Swung. He is going to the finals here a little bit later. And GG's to Packy. This was a great, well-fought match. Man, these guys just killing it tonight or today.
Yeah, this isn't the last we're going to see of these two. They finished 1-2 in Columbus last year, and because of that, they will both be in our immunity pool, the 2023 versus championship. So we're going to see them again. It's going to be great. Like 8-17.
Absolutely. So
mad respect. There we
Yep.
go.
There it goes. All right. So Northern California wins the California Bowl for today. But man, oh man, there's a reason these guys are 3-3 when facing each other. That was a heck of a match, and the next one is going to be just as good. So stick around. We are going to have our second semifinal. That is going to be Dawn versus Atalito coming up next here on the Dr. Mario Championship channel.
Welcome back to the Dr. Mario Championship channel. I'm Savage Octagon, and I'm joined in the booth by John Dat Flindo. Flindo, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, Savage. What a great match that last one was. We got a really good one here coming up for you guys. We have our 2 seed Atalito versus our number 3 seed Dawnvenure coming out of retirement and just really tearing through these past 2 rounds. We'll see if this is going to be his biggest test here against Atalito, who is our defending champion from last month and also our 0 through 20 world record holder on speedrun.com. So this ought to be a heck of a match.
Yeah, I know. Well, you look at Atalito and you wonder, like, is there anything that he can't do in this game? And he's just so impressive to watch. And the fact that he stays up really late in Turkey in order to play these matches, it's more impressive. Because I definitely couldn't do the stuff that he can do that late at night. And, you know, Dawn coming out with a qualifier that way surpassed his best. Very, very impressive. You know, our match yesterday was very challenging for me, so he did a great job, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an absolute slugfest between our 2 players. We do have readies from Atalito and from Dawn.
All right. And we're seeing our countdown. Excellent.
And 3, 2, 1 pills.
Pills.
Dawn going to be out of the gate first. Atalito about 4 seconds behind. Interesting board here for Dawn. He's got quite a bit of blue there in the left corner, setting up to do a drop combo and get these blues horizontally, gets the final red blue that he needs, fires that off into a cross clear.
Right. And Atalito's board a little more diverse. However, I noticed that he was having a little bit of hesitation figuring out what to do with these yellows up top. He had placed a double yellow around there and then cleared it out instantly. But now he has those yellows cleared out, and yellow is not a pill that Atalito needs right now. If you're looking, he needs red, and he needs it now.
Yeah, so much red on Atalito's board. He had that blue-yellow that he absolutely had nowhere to go with. Fortunately, he got 3 more of them right in a row, was able to clear them out without any damage whatsoever to his board. Looking over at Dawn's side, down to 18 viruses to go. Board's starting to look a little bit split there on the right side. Nothing too detrimental for him if he's able to get the right pills. He's needing a lot of red-yellow right now, though, Savage.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of red-yellow, we had a really well-timed red blitz for Atalito, and we know in the community that a red blitz ends in a red-yellow, and so he was able to just use that really efficiently to clear out a ton of red on his board. And notice, Atalito is going to be going horizontal on these last couple of reds, and then probably horizontal on the blue as well, has that almost set up. And now if a double blue comes, he's prepared.
Yeah, Dawnvenure setting up for a blue horizontal of his own. Gonna get the last blue here. Interestingly, not going for it. Oh, okay. I think I see what he's doing here. He's gonna drop the blue down and set up this red horizontally. Wisely drops the double blue there in column 1 to set up for the red horizontal. Gets out at a 215.
Right, and Atalito already out with a 5 virus lead. Not insurmountable in this level block. Beautiful combo. And just so clean from Atalito. After initially I thought, he has some sort of a blue piece of garbage, but everything's just gone. He's so patient with figuring out where things are going to be later on in the level.
Yeah, and Atalito's also gotten some really nice RNG for this board so far. Atalito's one of those players that's really good at that foresight with his board, looking down and finding places for everything, whether it's garbage, where it may look like garbage, but for Atalito, it's, this is going down, look south a little bit. And then you'll see what he's doing. Meanwhile, we go over on Dawnvenure's board, looking like he's going to set up a monster drop combo. Just needs to get a couple reds there in his column due to fire it off. He doesn't get them, so he goes ahead and brings that down, which looks like it was the right decision, Savage.
Yeah, he had that great combo on the left-hand side. Now his board was very sloping up until that point, but he had some good double opportunities working on the right. So he was able to work to both the left and the right at the same time and just make a lot of really good, solid choices. Meanwhile, on Atalito's board, working on this blue is going to open up a yellow horizontal, and then not quite sure what direction he's going to go with the red. It looks like he's going to take vertical. And so, it's 3-9, just a half dozen virus lead. But look at all this blue coming down for Dawn. It's exactly what he needs. Would have loved to see the double blue being used for the L, as Atalito out at about 4 minutes.
Yep, and Dawn going to be about 10 seconds behind him out at a 409. Giddy up 409. And a lot of blue right now at the top of Dawn's board. Really would love to see some double blues for him.
Wow, beautiful combo from Atalito up top there. Keep maintaining good diversity up here. The blues are exposed up top. They are in 1-2, which is a little bit rough, but this red-blue is going to be perfect as he can expose column 2 or column 1 really easily and make a combo. Notice him digging underneath there. And so those blues in 1 and 2 going to come out really quickly.
Yeah, whereas a little bit ago, Dawn had all the blue at the top of his board. Now it's a story of yellow and red. He had a bit of a yellow staircase there. Has managed to bring that down a little bit. Still looking for those yellow pills that Mario right now says, nah, you don't need those yellow. You need red and blue.
check out what Atalito's got going. Amazing combo there. Everything falling.
Golly.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't see Atalito's virus count tick down for a couple seconds, you know it's because he's got one of these crazy setups. He's probably going to be going for these yellows individually horizontally and then take the blues out horizontally in the bottom. Excuse me, vertical with those yellows. And so Atalito's got 4. He's up 9 viruses on Dawn and just needs a little bit more. But Dawn's really free and clear, you know, there's not a lot locked up there. Things aren't tied down with garbage, so he's in good shape.
Yeah, Don's got a really nice in-game setup here, looking like he's probably going to take these blues horizontally, which he is able to do. Would love to see a couple double reds for him. He gets 1 half red, just going to need 2 more, waiting for the doctor to provide. There's 1, there's another in the form of a double red. Out at a 615 is Dawnvenure.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Atalito, about a dozen viruses ahead, was very, very patient about clearing garbage horizontally. So there were a couple of moves where he wasn't really advancing his board or his layers very much, but the garbage was coming off in a very clean way. Notice, nice triple combo there. You know, thinking about the versus game, you know, Atalito these combos would be pretty dangerous in versus.
Yeah, and speaking of versus, Atalito has joined in the monthly checkup before in the past, and I believe, yeah, he won the whole thing. So Atalito is just a monster in all aspects of the game. Speaking of weekly checkup, though, we have a weekly checkup coming up this Tuesday. Check the Discord for more information on that.
Oh yeah, actually that is, I
Or
think you
monthly
misspoke
checkup,
though, the
rather.
monthly checkup. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
there's a
what I meant.
monthly versus checkup, a channel for that in our Discord. Thanks for plugging that. Yeah, it's Tuesday night, 8 Eastern. So wow. So Atalito has maintained a 12 virus lead. Dawn is dealing with a little bit of that spired situation on the left and right, but with those moves has brought it down really far. Has an interesting setup with all of these yellows towards the bottom left and makes it so it's going to be a nice horizontal with the opportunity for a fat log at the bottom with the red yellow. So let's see if that pays off. Actually just takes the reds out horizontally, but still a lot of good moves opening up for Dawn.
Yeah,
Atalito out at a 749.
749. Atalito does go ahead and take that first game. I didn't even realize we were on the last level. We've had that much
I
to
know,
talk about.
very,
so-
very exciting. I love to see that.
Yeah, Dawn just needing 1 more red, finishes out at an 8-12. 23 seconds behind Atalito, but still a very hard fought battle for Dawn. GG's to both our players.
Mm-hmm. Anything under 9 minutes, a very strong time for this level block. So now, you know, we've got the best of 3, and we've seen awesome stuff happen. We've seen reverse sweeps in the semis. So we could see anything. But, you know, it could just be Atalito keeps rolling this steamroller right along. So let's get into our next game.
Yep, we have our readies and our 3-2-1 pills.
I've stopped trying to say it at the same time. It's just too much. Nice diverse top line for Atalito right now. Starting to turn into a yellow show on the left and a blue show on the right. But Atalito clearing it out with nice, simple clears. Working on those blues there, the double blue coming through exactly what he needs to clear out that garbage, John.
Yeah, and I really have been enjoying Dawn's early game. He was getting all the pills he needed. He's starting to get a little bit red heavy there at the top of his board, though. So he's really going to be hoping for some red to help him out with that. But he's been making some really great plays. Already down to 19 versus Atalito's 22 now, Savage.
Mm-hmm. But both players have something in common, which is that they're going to start to have some vertical dependencies, which are always tough to have in the game. Notice Atalito's column 1 is filled with colors just completely alternating all the way down. So it's much easier for him to work on the right-hand side as he's doing. And notice Dawn has all of this red to deal with, as well as the left and the right-hand side stacked up.
Yeah, and that was a really great placement by Dawn on that double yellow, placing it vertically to drop down onto the yellow underneath. A great heads up play there by Dawn, who is now down to 6. Atalito also down to 6. Dawnvenure getting a fat log, all reds, slightly offset, but still a fat log, just a double horizontal. Now just needing 3 more blues to get out of his level 10. Atalito just needing a yellow, passes up that one probably to decrease the drop time. Out at a 146 for both players. We have a dead heat here.
A dead heat. Yeah, one of the things you'll see, as John mentioned, is the elite players will often, you'll say, whoa, why didn't they use that pill? It was perfect. But they are bypassing the drop time there, especially if you see in the next box that the thing you need is coming. Nice drop combo in 1 and 2 for Atalito to start this level, and another one dropping that garbage, using it strategically. Another good play to learn if you want to get better at this game.
Yep. Both boards are kind of interesting here. Don's got a lot of red and yellow that he's working with. Atalito also has a bunch of red and yellow that he's working with. We see Atalito setting up here for a monster combo. Gonna get in Elia and drops onto some blue garbage and drops the yellows onto the corresponding virus. So really nice play by Atalito. I don't think it's quite what he was going for, but it still worked out perfectly for him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Don looked like he was setting up for a D sandwich on column 1 with all of those blues and stuff, but he did end up clearing the red out from on top. So what Don's going to be doing is working on the bottom just to make sure that everything's open, especially because he's only got that 1 blue virus left. But he's probably going to be building up a platform at some point to get those yellows out from up top in columns 1 and 2, this double yellow working really well for him. Speaking of yellow, John, yikes. Look at Atalito.
Yeah, Atalito's board, it's so yellow right now. I know he had I think it was Atalito yesterday that had a really heavy yellow seed and somehow made it out just fine. Look at that horizontal combo. Atalito out at a 342. Now you see Dawn over here struggling to get these last yellows. He had a little bit of an issue with a drop that he had. 1 piece of red garbage dropped on where he didn't want it, and you can see him. He's not happy with it. Gets the drill down out at a 358. And that really cost him the lead here. Because otherwise he was flying through that level 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now Atalito has opened up about a 6 virus lead here, just setting up, a lot of combinations of pill and garbage combos. Notice that he was able to get the yellow viruses in column 2, but not the red because he had enough red garbage that it built up. So that's sometimes a tough thing to see with your plans. But now Dawn setting up some combos. If he gets the yellow-blue there, in column 6, he clears it out. And notice all the, quote, garbage that fell down would be very useful in his lower layers.
Yeah, I was really concerned for Dawn. You could see that he wanted to take that blue horizontally and drop everything down, but he would have had to build platforms upon platforms to get down there. So abandoning the horizontal, absolutely the right call by Dawnvenure. As we look over on Atalito's side, setting up for a horizontal, gets it. He has a little bit of garbage to deal with, but nothing he can't handle. I thought he might take that blue-yellow to do what he's doing right now is drop that down. Looks like he might take these reds horizontally, which he does, a sweet tea to drop that yellow down onto the corresponding virus in level 3, or column 3 there.
Yeah, Atalito was having a little bit of trouble with the pills not coming that he wanted, but now things are starting to get going, although he's going to have a red-blue issue in pretty short order, whereas Dawn's working on clearing out this red. He's got a nice horizontal opportunity there, and just needs a bunch of yellow basically, and he'll be out in just 1 blue. So pretty decent work there. And he'll be out probably ahead of Atalito. But look at that amazing combo, just taking that all down. Well, I changed my mind. Yep, out at 6 minutes. But Dawn out at a 5:59. So still super close.
Yeah, and as we move into our last level here, it's going to come down absolutely to the wire. Both of our players just making fire combos here. Atalito gonna get an upside down sweet tea with that double whatever color it was. I've already forgotten.
Yeah, this game goes by super quickly, especially on semifinal final Sunday. At the beginning of Dawn's level, he was really unhappy with a blue placement that he made, but notice he just made a sweet tea, and he is trying to clear off all of the red and yellow that's on the top of this board that just showed up all of a sudden. So he's trying to clear those out with combos. Meanwhile, nice drop cross from Atalito there. Has a bunch of blue garbage on that column 4, already taken out though because it was in the form of a triple. This is awesome, John.
Yeah, Dawnvenure just had a drop into a sweet tea of his own. I think he had a bit of a misdrop there with those red yellows. He wanted to flip it the other way there in his columns 5 and 6. Has just about cleaned it up. Looks like he may be trying to clear out those yellows horizontally 5 rows up. We'll see if he's able to do that, Savage.
I do like the setup that Atalito's got going on column 8. Notice that he set up this yellow on top so that as soon as he squeezes a red between these in column 8, he'll be good to drop on top of that yellow. And in the meantime, just happens to create just a casual fat log in there. So nice job from him. And now he's 14 viruses ahead of Dawn. That's kind of tough to come back from, especially with these combos that Atalito's going to have set up.
Yeah, Atalito just needing a few more reds to get out of this. This double red's gonna be a really nice gift for him. Gonna put that there in column 1, clear out the blue horizontally, and clear out the red in his last virus. Out at an 805 is Atalito, taking game number 2 in this best of 5.
Yeah, fantastic work from Atalito, and Dawn's still very close, but take a look, it's just all red and blue, so that's a tough board to go through. Still, keeping it that close to Atalito the whole time, you got to think when Atalito was looking out of the corner of his eye, probably a little bit stressed.
Yeah, absolutely. Dawn going to clear this out horizontally and get the blues vertically out at an 836. GG's to both our players. Getting reset. Dawn already ready to go, as is Atalito.
All right.
No rest for these players. Like, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's play Dr. Mario. 3, 2, 1 pills.
Yeah, and the thing is that one of these players is going to go straight into the final with maybe just a 5-minute break. And I think that puts Swang maybe at a little bit of an advantage. He has a little time to rest his eyes, stop making all of those micro decisions. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, these matches, they are a marathon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Swang's had the biggest break of all. He didn't have to play at all yesterday because we did his entire quadrant on Friday night. So I was a little bit concerned for him, but he pulled it out and did just great against Packy. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Dawn versus Atalito in this game 3. Dawnvenure, gonna clear out this garbage with that really fortuitous blue-red.
And both of them are sort of high up on the left and high up on the right there. Notice Atalito has a lot of red on both the extreme sides of the board. And so basically if anything else comes out, it's going to be tough for him to use that. But now he has that L, on the right-hand side with those reds. I was wondering if he was going to go for them horizontally, and he manages to get just the right pill at the right time.
Yeah, Dawnvenure now with a 7 virus lead on Atalito. I was a bit concerned about his column 8 and still a tiny bit concerned for him. You see he's got that big gap in between those red viruses. He is able to clear out the ones on the bottom. Oh, and this double yellow is going to be perfect for him. Any
Mm.
drop time that I was concerned about is now gone, and he's out at a 141, 12 viruses ahead of Atalito right now.
Yeah, that's a surprising place that Atalito finds himself. I was looking at the bottom of that board, and for his board, it looks pretty locked up. So he is going to have to be cleaning that garbage down off of column 7 because there's really no strategic reason for it to be there. So it's going to be tricky for him and maybe a little bit slow.
Yeah, not loving Don's starting board though. There's a lot of red, a lot of blue. If you look towards the bottom of his board, he's got an interesting little gap there in his columns 3 through 5. If he's not able to get the pills, this could give Adelito a chance to get back in this. It's just going to come down to the RNG, and that's just the story of this game. But a really nice sideways tee for Don.
Yeah, I mean, Atalito comes into level 11 about 20 viruses behind Dawn, so that is a challenging obstacle there. And already we're starting to see that Atalito really needed some yellow and wasn't quite getting it, but he's got it set up so that he's going to work this horizontal there and another horizontal to clear down those blues and open up some space.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dawnvenure has opened up about 20 virus lead right now on Atalito, just flying through this level 11. Really needing reds, though, to progress his board the rest of the way. That red garbage that he's got there on his column 2 could be a touch problematic if he's not able to clear that out.
Mm. Yeah, Adelito's starting to churn this board through right now. The red on the left-hand side, how much there is going to be a little bit challenging, and as well column 7 with the yellows on top of the blue with yellow in column 8 going to be challenging as well because he'll have to, if he wants to use those yellows, he's going to have to do a lot of garbage strats horizontally, which could take some time. But yeah, now Dawn out at a 356, and Atalito has very much narrowed this gap and gets the fat log that I was wondering if he was going to go for. Holy moly.
Yeah, wow, what a comeback here by Atalito. Gets the D sandwich with a tiny bit of garbage blocking it off, but quickly clears it out. Out at a 415 is Atalito. Has brought his deficit down to just 10 viruses as he goes into his penultimate level.
Yeah, and that, as we've seen, is just really just a drop in the bucket. So especially because they've got more than a full level to go, actually about 2 levels. So yeah, awesome work here. But look at Adelito's board, man. So much blue and yellow on the top, just starting to open up some red access. Would love a double red for Atalito right now, or maybe something manufactured to give that big cross on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Don's got a bit of blue yellow as well. Here's the blue yellow I was hoping for. Able to get the drop into a cross clear. Really nice play there by Dawnvenure. Really nice RNG, just and the patience it took to get there.
Yeah, nice big T as well from Atalito. Some of it garbage, some of it viruses, but now Atalito back in the lead here. Just a slim lead, 3 viruses, but his board is a little more open. Wondering what's going to happen on the right-hand side with those yellows. The horizontal, very possible, and he gets it with a big combo to boot.
Dawn just had a really big combo of his own. I can't even describe it. It was that crazy, but a really nice play by Dawn has brought the deficit down to 2, now basically tied as we are coming to the end of our level 12 with just one more level to go. Dawn gonna get this under clear. Oh, he goes at it from the opposite side that I was expecting him to. Took a little bit more of a quick move over for him to get it, but he does manage to get it. Fixing to be down to 4 viruses, now down to 2, and now down to 1. Just going to need a double red to get out of here. There's 1, there's 2, out at a 618.
Wow, for a second I was like, oh, and it's over, because those are the kinds of dramatic finishes we like to see. Atalito out at a 625 just about, but only a 6 virus deficit at this point, and he did have the lead, obviously. Just a fantastic end game from Dawn there. So we'll see how this goes. But currently, Atalito's opening board just a touch more friendly diversity-wise, but now, as I say that, all the blue is gone.
Yeah, and as
Oof.
you were saying it, I saw that drop that he was making. It's like, well, these blues are fixing to be going bye-bye, for lack of a better term. As we look over at Dawn's board, he would really love to clear these reds out horizontally, and he's fixing to do it. I thought he might go on the right and get the long sweet tea there, but he decides to go for it on the left side. Still a good play, though.
Yeah, excellent play. And it's keeping his top line even, which is something that, I've talked a little bit about having the left and the right hand side up taller than the rest of your board, and it does lead to a bunch of drop time. Now, Atalito, again, just a slight lead here, another nice combo, but only 2 viruses ahead. I mean, we're really getting into it in the end game, and I think it's going to come down to who manages the pills that are not obviously needed at the moment, who uses them better.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And looking at their boards, it's hard to say whose I like better. I think probably Atalito's now that he's worked on it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's just gonna need 1 more yellow and 2 more reds. Just waiting on the pills to cooperate. There's the
All
red,
right.
and here comes the yellow out at an 8:09. Dawn's timer already passed that. Atalito wins the semifinals against Dawnvenure in a clean sweep.
Yeah, so he will be going on to the finals to face Swang. It's going to be a banger of a match. So GG's to Dawn. Welcome back in your first bracket. Well fought. And hey, stick around in a couple minutes. We'll be back with your finals, everyone. Go get a cozy drink. This is the Dr. Mario Championship channel.
And welcome back to the Dr. Mario Championship March 2023 Speed Run Finals. We have our battle of the best, our number 1 seed Swang versus our number 2 seed Atalito. My name is John Flindo. Joining me in the booth once again is Savage Octagon. Sav, how you doing?
I am stoked. I'm really excited to see this battle between the 1 and 2 seeds. It doesn't feel like that happens as often as you think it might. And especially between these two, very, very exciting. Ook the librarian, our resident librarian, obviously, but behind the scenes statistician saying that the 2 of these players are so tightly matched, but we've only seen them in the semis. We've never seen them in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of mind-blowing, honestly. And another thing of note between these 2 players, Swang has an average score of 1026 and an all-time best of 933 in this level block. Atalito's average for this is a 928. His average is better than Swang's all-time best by 5 seconds. So this could be quite a thing to see. If you caught our tournament last month, you will remember that crazy, crazy run that Atalito had to take out Frank with an 802. So anything can happen in this game.
And 802 was smashing the previous hot time. I mean, just completely obliterating it. So
by a minute, I believe.
Yeah. And so this could be just as exciting. Very, very thrilled to get this underway. So we've got a ready from Atalito and a ready from Swang saying, ready to do battle. Excellent.
Absolutely. Off a little fun fact here, Swang once played Dr. Mario swinging a mace. So Swang knows all about doing battle.
Yeah, exactly. The first time I ever saw Swang playing, he was playing on low, but swinging a weighted mace in between all of his pill drops. So very, very exciting.
Yeah.
I would never be able to swing the mace, let alone do it while playing video games.
Oh gosh, I know, right?
Yeah. Good opening boards for both players. And just in a second, unless Atalito gets the yellow-blue that he needs, he was going to be a little bit strapped for diversity, but nice opening. Swang, though, has a tiny bit of a lead just because the opening pills and board were a little more friendly.
Yeah, and these boards are actually very similar as far as setup goes. Quite diverse all the way through. Lots of horizontal, lots of double opportunities on both boards. This is going to be really fun to watch. Swang getting a little bit tied up though with the blues here in the middle of his board.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky. And if he'd used that double yellow slightly differently, he might have been able to open up those reds. But, he's all right now. It's just that, like, so many of his columns are blue still, John. So he's going to need that most rarest of blitzes. The double blue blitz would be great for him right now. But he does get one for a nice cross.
Yeah, and both boards really not very flat. Adelito's even more so. Swang's has kind of got like the shape of a trident without the middle. And over on Adelito's side, he that column 1 is just so high, but this double yellow gonna be huge for him. Brings that down. Now he's just needing a lot of red to get to the bottom of his board.
Mm-hmm. And Swang was setting up some stuff at the bottom of his board. Notice that double yellow that's lying down flat in column 1. I think the initial plan for it might have been to try to get this yellow out horizontally, but he's got a better plan. Look at this fat log. Just needs one more red to be out. Very nice and clean out of the 203.
Yeah, and Atalito about 8 viruses behind though, has some really nice combos set up. Just gonna need 2 more blues and 2 more reds. He's gonna want to play the red on the bottom first so he doesn't mess up the horizontal combo. Does it. Very nice heads up play. Out of the 223 is Atalito.
And let's see, Swang has a little bit of a lead right now. Opened up that big combo there. He was working on that for quite some time, trying to figure out how to get the yellow that he wanted. Didn't quite get it, but just pulled the trigger anyway. Has a little bit of garbage, but you can see that garbage can be used to take this horizontal out with the reds. And look at all the combos he has set up for that. Oh
He's
my
lucky
goodness.
he didn't break the game with that.
I know, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Swung down to 34. Atalito 12 behind. Now 14 behind with 46. Really needing some blue and yellow, just not getting them. Atalito just hoping and praying for those blues. Gonna get a nice blue yellow here to clear out some garbage and a virus to boot. But Swung right now just completely in the driver's seat.
Things are looking really good for Swang, especially because he's opening up some of this red that wasn't quite accessible before. Atalito is going to have a little bit of difficulty with this column 1. And you see he didn't really like the placement of that blue yellow down the center of the board. I think that, that yellow red was a good move for possible bracket clear, but then he cleared out that option. So again, he's looking for a yellow blue to start chopping this down, and he does take that opportunity. But those high columns on the left and right are going to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, and as like you were saying earlier, you really want to maintain that flat board, or you're going to be dealing with some drop time, which is what we're seeing from Atalito right now. Swung, however, not with a flat board, only has 1 virus left and only needing 1 more blue to do it. The doctor finally cooperating out at a 415, moving on to his level 16. And as a reminder, we do play levels 14 through 17 here for our finals.
Right. And levels 14 through 17 do start representing the highest up on the board that the starting viruses can be. And that's why we play those, to see how players do as they are challenged by, making very quick decisions at the top of those boards. And if you get the wrong RNG coupled with one bad decision, it's going to be really tough for you to get out of it.
Yeah, now I want to point out what Adelito's got going on here. He set his double yellow on top of column 1. You might think, why would he do that? Well, that's exactly why, because he was going to clear the reds underneath and then drop them down. Really nice play by Adelito. Out at a sub 5, moves into his level 16, setting up for a horizontal yellow, gets it, and drops the blues down to create another clear.
Swang's about 20 viruses ahead, however, with no signs of slowing down. This board is a speedrunner's dream. Really nice cross, but check out all of these doubles, layers down on the board. Very exciting. This is the kind of board that, the more you clear, the more you're excited to clear.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just now peeking over at Swang's board, and holy cow, what a board for Swang. Adelito, however, this is really not the board he wanted to see. Look at all this red that is just spired up here, and then underneath it is a whole lot of yellow. All of his blues are down towards the bottom, which can be a good thing, considering how rare blue pills tend to be. But if you're Adelito right now, you're not getting the reds that you want and probably getting a little bit frustrated. Yeah, you could see it with a little eye roll there.
Yeah, especially because Swang is really tearing through this level. Notice he's got these yellows horizontally, and he did have garbage that wasn't very strategic stacked on top, but it was able to be cleared. Just needs one more blue. He's out at a 622.
My goodness.
So Swang is definitely on pace to beat that best time that he has. So very, very exciting for him. Meanwhile, Adelito is still struggling with the reds on top of this board.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and it's been
Swang.
the story for Adelito this whole level. Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Making Savage a little nervous there.
Yeah, exactly what I said about, having something stuck up at the top of your board. Look at this chunky tea. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you get something stuck like that at the top of your board, you may have to navigate around it if you didn't get the pills that you wanted. So well done, Swang, for getting all that stuff.
Oh man, Swang really wanting to clear this all out in one pill, but okay, he's going to create some garbage, and once he gets any blue, he'll be able to do it.
Yeah, there he goes. It's going to fall. And that garbage in column 7, not too much of a problem because it is already arranged as a triple. So now Adelito needs a couple of reds and a yellow. He's not signaling that he's going to take those reds out horizontally. I think that's a smart play. And now everything is free and clear and just needs one more yellow to be out.
Yeah,
he's out at a 745.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Not clearing out the horizontal was the right call for Adelito. Getting into his level 17 here, we see him setting up for a horizontal red clear. That blue-yellow finally able to let him open that up. An L, into a drop cross. Wow.
Really beautiful. But I mean, Atalito came into this level with almost a 50 virus deficit. And I have to tell you, friends, if you're new to this tournament, that just does not happen very often in the finals.
Yeah, especially if your name is Atalito. We've known Atalito to be an absolute monster. But he's playing Swang, who's also an absolute monster. And this is just quite a game to see so far.
Yeah, especially because, wow, Atalito's already cut this virus deficit down to 30. But, I mean, Swang's board, while it is a little bit messy for him, there are plans forming there. Notice he's got this horizontal red, which is going to be taken out, and so much garbage taken out at the same time. So this is going to be a great end game for Swang. As long as he can get that red out of column 5, looks like he's going to be de-sandwiching that.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's going to go ahead and get the red virus on the right vertically, or if he's going to drop down and do it horizontally. Looks like he is signaling for vertically. Either way would have worked for him. Out at a 926, which does beat his personal best by 7 seconds. So Swang with those PB strats, how do you? Oh my gosh! Look at that combo from Atalito.
I mean, the thing
brought
is
it down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, so when Swang had 0, when he got out Atalito had only 8 viruses left to go. And when you start at a 50 virus deficit, that is just bonkers. That's why
My
Atalito is
goodness.
so scary.
I kind of wonder about Atalito might want to go back and time that level 17 because that was insane.
Mm-hmm. That's outstanding.
He's saying a 156 in chat.
Mm-hmm. Outstanding.
Well, we will get reset here and go into our second game. We already have a ready from Swang.
Mm-hmm. And we see Atalito topping out, and he will get ready to go back to level 14.
Readies and a 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Kill.
Kills! Oh, good job, John. We got it.
Hey. Well, on your
Yay.
side anyway. I was on my side, you were behind, but it's all good.
Oh, all right,
Latency
all
is a
right.
thing.
Ooh, nice opening from Swang there. Working on this horizontal. I'm surprised that he didn't take the double yellow when it was offered, but then he did get another one. And he's using that garbage very strategically there, because now if he gets a red yellow in the center of the board, or any red, he can clear out and advance his board.
Yeah, Swang's making some really nice combos, as he always does. That's what Swang does. He makes combos. Over on Atalito's side, looks like he's having a bit of an issue here. He just had a monster red staircase that he was
Wow.
able to clear out with a very fortuitous red pill. His
Yeah.
column 4 was a bit spired right before that clear there.
Mm-hmm. And he was able to make a last-second adjustment that even he was a little bit surprised that he was able to make. You saw him sort of going, whew. So, but as soon as he gets to clear out these reds, he will drop down and continue to advance the center of the board. Notice the other sides are very low, gets a drop T, sweet tea, and then another clear. So his combos were set up. And meanwhile, Swang has opened up about an 8 virus lead, 8-9, but his board a lot less tightly packed than Atalito's, going to have to take some drop time.
Yeah, and Swang's also got that traffic light situation there in his column 6. Looks like he may be choosing to take it out vertically. He does have the option to do this yellow horizontally, which is what he signals and does. Just going to be able to clear out this blue, needing 3 more, and he will be out of his level 14. There's 1, 2, and 3. Out of 154.
Yeah, currently Atalito working on a beautiful timber. Drop fat log there. And now he's cleared out so that he can take this yellow out horizontally or get the fat log. No, he's going to get it. He had those options, which is fantastic. You'd love to see multiple different options for your end game.
Yeah, that was great play by Atalito there. Swang looking to set up another monster combo, gets it. Had an opportunity to clear out the blues there horizontally with that double blue. Not sure. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's gonna clear out that blue in column 6 horizontally and drop the reds and yellows down.
Yeah, but Swang never met a horizontal he didn't like. Meanwhile, Atalito's got the opportunity for some really awesome doubles here. Although he does have that misdrop in column 3, there's no way that that's strategically used for any other advancement. So that's going to be a little bit tough for him until he can clean out that column 3.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate to see if you're Atalito there. Swang with a horizontal clear of, I believe it was a yellow. He's going to drop into another horizontal here. Had a tiny bit of yellow garbage, but quickly clears it out. He is setting up to clear out these yellows also horizontally. He's going to need a couple red pills to do it, though.
Yeah, and let's see. Now, Atalito has had what looked like a little bit of trouble on that column 3, but manages to clear out a lot of garbage that strategically allows him to clear out that column. But now he's just got all red-blue situation, so anything yellow is just going to be used to advance those other combos. So a lot less clean than Swang is right now, but Swang needs very specific pills to keep going. Red-blue would be great. Actually, anything with blue would be fantastic.
Yeah, Swang needing a lot of yellows right now. Atalito, meanwhile, setting up some really nice combos of his own. I really like what he did with that double blue there. Lays it horizontally, clears out the yellows, and then clears out the blue both horizontally. Once he gets a couple of reds, he's going to be able to drop these yellows down horizontally. He elects to clear up those reds and take out the reds there in his column 5 before tackling that one.
And Swung out at about a 430, and a nice end game there. Blue vertical, blue horizontal. And now it just needs a lot of yellow to keep this going. Would love to see a double yellow for him, but Swang is going to be stacking things on top of those yellows that are up towards the top. And, he doesn't get that horizontal yet, but he builds right back to it.
Yeah, Atalito just struggling to get the reds that he needs. He only needs one more and he'll be out of this level. Come on, Mario. There we go. Drops it. 3 drops out at a 5-11. So interesting fact about Atalito I learned recently, he plays the game laying down.
Yeah, that's an interesting angle. I'm surprised at that, but I like to have it straight on, but that's really impressive. Now, Swang, I don't know if anyone caught the body language there, but Swang did stroke his chin a little bit. He was sort of a little bit lost trying to find that yellow horizontal at the top, and he still seems a little bit quizzical at what he's doing. So he has been in the level considerably longer than Atalito, but hasn't made all of the moves that we thought he might be able to.
Yeah, it looks like he is starting to figure out this board, though. I thought he might go for the reds horizontally, but he was going to have to build up to it. So great heads-up play by Swang to take those vertically.
Ooh. And a misdrop in Atalito in column 3, that blue-red. Now it's all cleared out with a combo to boot, but it wasn't what he wanted at the time. So now he's going to get this horizontal into a vertical, nicely set up there. And all the horizontal and vertical opportunities still open for Atalito, down to less than 10 virus game at the moment. So Atalito's really storming back.
Yeah, and that's just one of the things that Atalito does so well. I know he said to me before that there's no such thing as a misdrop. As soon as you see something that you don't want, the first thing he does is look down the board to see, okay, where can I drop this? How can I use this to further my board in the future? And he's just so good at that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and even RNG doesn't really look bad when you're watching a player like Atalito. I mean, of course, sometimes it does, but he's so patient. Now, speaking of patience, this is what Swang is going to need. Gets a nice T. It just needs one more red and he'll be out.
With a log out.
Yeah, log out. But this is back to a 3 virus game. So going into level 17. Atalito just needs one more red. He's out at a 730.
Yeah, that was unfortunately for Swang. That level 16 was just really rough on him. It allowed Atalito to come back. And if Atalito has another level 17 like he did in the last block, then this could be really close.
Yeah. Now, Swang's going to need quite a bit of blue and red at the moment to get this board going. And Atalito has a nice horizontal into a double vertical, but notice columns 1, 2, and 3 all yellow. So Atalito's going to have to use his red and yellow very strategically any chance he gets.
Yeah, and he's doing a pretty good job of clearing this out. I was a bit worried about that dash over to the right, but he does just manage able to squeak that over and has made some really great progress on that board. But you see that yellow staircase there in his columns 1 through 3. He is working to bring it down, finally getting the yellows that he needs. Looking over at Swang's board, he's going to have a nice cross clear into a double vertical clear. Really nice combo there by Swang as he's down to 32, but Atalito now down to 33.
Mm-hmm. And Swang did leave that blue garbage that he just cleared in his column 4. So that was a little bit stressful for him. And he had another move that he didn't really like. But again, he's back to his form. He's building these horizontals. Nice. And he takes out a double vertical with those reds. But Atalito pulling ahead by a nose. Wow, John.
Oh, this game. I can't
know,
with this
right?
game right
I
now.
know, right? Mm-hmm.
Swang with a horizontal. Swang really looking to drop this red.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the horizontal, gets the vertical, signaling to take out these reds in the bottom horizontally, gets the 3 pills that he needs right in a row to do it. The thing about Swang's board right now, though, all his viruses remaining are in column 1. He's going to have to probably suffer some drop time. He takes a little bit there.
Yeah, and it's a difference. Look at the fat log from
a D sandwich fat log.
Oh my gosh!
Then he gets a double yellow. 952.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Goodness.
That was outstanding.
And he gets Atalito by 11 seconds.
Outstanding play. Also outstanding luck there at the end.
Yeah.
Just fantastic, because a lot of players, when you look at a column 1 like that, a lot of people just go vertical, 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 and just take all this drop time. But that would have spelled the end for Swang. So outstanding. Swang says he needs a quick breather. So he does get that as per the rules. He can take a minute in between matches. Oh, there. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
He is the great and powerful Wizard of Oz. Well, while we're in between matches here, Savage, I have a joke for you.
Oh, you have a joke for me. I'd love to hear it.
What do you what do you call it when Swang's opponent takes over the virus advantage? What does he do?
He swings Swang?
Nope.
I thought that was pretty good. What happens, John?
Well, quite simply, he Atalito.
Oh. Okay.
Swing Swang was good though. I like that.
Yeah. I was a fan of that.
Atalito. Oh, I've been waiting for like 4 levels to say that.
All right, so Atalito getting that level 18 practice in. And
I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's safe, out of danger there. I think you're getting some virtual head shakes for the joke, but I appreciated it.
I mean, my jokes always get head shakes, whether they're virtual or IRL. So nothing I'm not used to. As we have already from both our players.
All right, and 3, 2, 1. Pills. Now, of course, Swang just needs this one to take a finals title, and Atalito's got to win this to stay alive.
Not loving the top of Swang's board right now. There's no red, but with this blue-yellow, he will open up some red with a nice cross clear and down with another clear to boot. Yeah,
really cleared that out beautifully, but look at this great tee from Atalito into another vertical. Nice, and continues to open up this board, create diversity. So he's got a lot of different plans going on, but they're all simple, easy to be cleared up in quite short order. Although Atalito's column 1 looking a little tough, although there are several doubles. So you can see he's not 100% happy with what's going on, though, John.
Yeah, I'm not too terribly concerned about his column one. I'm more concerned about Swang's column one at the moment. He's got like almost a double traffic light there. Fortunately, they are doubles. He's going to be able to clear them out really quickly. I think he would really like to take out these yellows in 4 and 8 horizontally. He does manage to get that one with an L, yeah.
Really nice. And that garbage didn't really cause any problems for him. Although, yeah, he's trying to set up Swong's trying to set up some elaborate stuff there, gets a sideways tee and does not break the chance to take those reds out horizontally at the bottom. So nicely done. And it looks like he's going for another, sweet tee with that yellow up top. So nicely done there. But we'll see how this goes. Meanwhile, Atalito's path a lot more straightforward. Just needs one more yellow to be out.
Yeah, just needing that one more yellow. Swang gets a red yellow to get a horizontal, or a drop into a horizontal rather. But Atalito out at about 2 minutes. Swang looked a little flustered there. I think he cleared out something he wasn't meaning to, but he's going to set up to take these yellows horizontally.
Yeah, and there he goes. He's out at a 217. Atalito at 53 viruses, just opening up about a dozen lead over Swang. And he's got to get this red going. That's what we want to see RNG wise. Looks like he's setting up for, drop cross. Very patient from Atalito there. And again, still needs those reds in 6 and 7 to be gone. Clearing them out nicely, though. Red-blue would be great for that situation. And he gets one.
Yeah, looking over at Swang's board, he has some really nice opportunities for some really good doubles and horizontals here. With this, oh, look at that. Nice drop cross there by Swang.
That's sick.
A little concerned now. He has pretty much only red access. He does have a little bit of access to that yellow, which he clears out. Would love to see a blue yellow for him. Here it is. Elia into a drop.
Yeah, I mean, so Swang has lost a little ground on Atalito, but Atalito only has one yellow virus left. Oh, check out this double blue. Perfect for Atalito. And now everything's opening up for him. So not the situation that I was worried about. Now Atalito has about a 20 virus lead. Very impressive.
With that yellow, he just needs one more blue. He's going to get it, and out of the 347 with an 18 virus advantage on Swang, Atalito needs this game to stay alive and keep his chances of defending his title alive.
And Swang has no choice but to whittle down that column 1, and the obvious plays were all vertical, and we know Swang doesn't love that too much, although he's probably going to get this horizontal game going here. And actually he might be signaling that he's going to go for these blues vertically, and he gets that opportunity without sacrificing any of that red. So nicely done for Swang, and he's going to be out at a 430.
Yeah, Swang had no way to clear out both of those horizontally, so he was going to have to choose one, and the blues came for him, so he made the right decision, getting the blues vertically and the red horizontally. Moving on into his level 16 now, with a 25 virus deficit behind Atalito right now, and having a bit of a struggle with this top line.
And Atalito very much in the driver's seat. However, red is going to be a tough situation for him. He's going to be using all the rest of this garbage. And he has this red horizontal towards the top, or that's the signal. And he's just trying to build up all of this other stuff. Notice column 1 is going to be entirely taken care of with this double red. Oh my gosh. That is some patience with the setups there. Another double red would clear out a lot of column. The center right of that board. Wow. Let's get there, Atalito. Let's get that double red.
Yep, and meanwhile, over on Swang's board, only red on the top line, no access to yellow whatsoever. Swang looking like he's probably waiting for a red blue to get this fat log. We'll see if he takes it. He does.
Nicely done. Meanwhile, that double red that I was looking for Atalito didn't materialize, but he still got that red horizontal and he was able to clear out that monster combo. And notice he's signaling again as soon as he gets these yellows horizontally. And oh, this double yellow, perfect for that. All the blues go away. Just need one more yellow and he'll be out. And he's out at a 624.
624. That's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Swang looking for a giant combo of his own. Gets
Oh
the
my
L-rat into a
gosh.
triple vertical, dropping
wow.
into another combo. What a play by Swang. But he's really got to turn on the jets here if he wants to get back in this. Still 6 viruses remaining in his level 16, now down to 5. Atalito getting a really nice yellow-blue to get him out of danger there of a top out.
Yeah, that was looking dicey. Always nervous about that. Gets a nice sweet tea there. And just clearing out. So now, ooh, Swang was working on a combo that was gonna drop down, and there was that one piece of yellow standing in the way in column 2, but now he gets it. He's out at a 718. But yeah, he is not as far back as Atalito was going into the 17 last game, but still, he is behind the 8 ball, John.
Yeah, Swang really, really going to have to push here to get out. And unfortunately for him right now, the RNG is just not cooperating. Swang needing a bunch of red to progress through this board. And so far, just getting a few, but not as many as he'd like to see. Meanwhile, Atalito, not wanting to see anything but blue at the moment.
But yeah, Swang trying to use this, what little red that he does get, very, very efficiently. And so now he's just got to make sure that he can get these reds up to the top of that board. And he does. He's using that pill turning strategy to make sure that he can get things over lightning quick. But wow, look at the clean board from Atalito.
Yeah, this is such a great board for Atalito. With only 13 viruses remaining, unless Atalito, really nice
at that
use of that double blue. Unless Atalito runs into some crazy RNG, I think he will probably take this and force this game into a game 4.
And that's exactly what we want to see. I mean, the caliber that we're seeing from these two players right now, we just want to keep watching them.
There's one blue, and there's the other one out at an 851.
Wow.
Atalito taking game 3 and the sweep away from Swang.
Wow, and that is definitely a hot time. I think that is probably the second hottest time ever in that, because I think Atalito was the only one to set a sub 9 last month.
Yep, that is the number 2 time. And so your top 3 times now are 802, 851, and a 902. 2 of those by Atalito, a 902 by Frank.
Outstanding.
All 3 of which were set in this month or last month.
Yeah, and that just shows you how, I mean, this community is really turning on a dime. You know, it was just at first round 6 through 9, no one had ever gone sub 5. Now we're doing it all the time. You brought up the possibility that we could go, or sorry, sub 6 was originally not a possibility. You brought up the possibility of that we could go sub 5. So, you know, join our Discord, get involved with those conversations, and just make your own mark on this game, because things are still blowing up.
Yeah, Swang out at a 10:07. Not a time he wanted to see, but he still does have a 1-game pad on Atalito. Swang saying in our chat, Atalito uppercutted me.
I might have misspoken. Sub 6 possible. Sub 6 possible for 8 to 11. Not sure. That seems farther away, but could be wrong. No, 608.
608, it's possible.
Oh, it's possible.
You would have to be on fire, but it is possible. We have readies from both our players. And a 3, 2, 1.
Hills. I love in the chat that there are 3 players saying it is possible, and they are Packy, Atalito, and Influx.
Yeah.
3 players who, if anyone's going to do that, they can. So, very exciting there.
Yeah. Both players playing on high chill, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Team chill. What up?
Team fever.
I know.
Anyway, getting into the match, we look at Atalito's board here. He had a lot of blue to start off with. He's getting through that very, very quickly. But you look at the center of his board, though, there's a big, kind of like a smiley face cluster of reds there that he's going to have to deal with. Meanwhile, over on Swang's side, we are seeing quite the opposite. We're seeing a bunch of yellows there in his mid-game, Savage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was actually really worried about him at first as compared to Atalito, because Atalito was ripping those viruses off very quickly at the beginning. But again, Swang was being very patient. He was just setting up for a longer look combo there. And now he's ahead by about 5 viruses. And just, cleaning this down, keeping the top line very even. None of those spires that we've seen before, but really nice drop cross from Atalito and prepping for another combo.
Yeah, he definitely wants to take that blue in column 1 horizontally. That garbage drop does take a little bit from him, but this yellow blue is going to get it. It's a drop into a fat T into another drop.
Wow. This is just another level. Everyone, mark your calendars for May. Surprised,
Yeah.
but he is getting married on the May Dr. Mario night, so we'll see about that. But wow, okay, what is Swang signaling? Is he signaling a yellow fat log?
He is. He wants that yellow fat log to drop the red blues down. Oh my
goodness.
He's going to really have to work for that. I don't know if I
he's
agree
gonna
with this call.
No. I mean, it's very possible now. Very possible. He does get the first horizontal.
Log, but he does get a horizontal.
And he's going to get the other one. Just clearing out this blue. We'll leave it completely open. Oh, he did mess it up a tiny bit, had to pivot, but both of them basically out of 15 at the same time.
That's just not how I thought that was going to play out. I thought it was going to take Swang a really long time to get that clear.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Not so much.
Swang's like, I got this, John. If it's Swang, he's
hold
probably
my
saying
mace.
Quendo, though. Yeah, hold my mace. Watch this.
Wow, really nice seeing the layers from Atalito down there in the middle of the board. Took out a horizontal, but look at how much yellow Atalito needs to chop down now.
Yeah, fortunately for Atalito, though, Swang is having a bit of a battle needing blues over on his side. Setting up for a horizontal blue here, and looking down the board is Swang.
He got it.
I wasn't sure what was going to happen with those reds, but he was able to clear them out. Really nice play by Swang. 44 for Swang, 35 for Atalito. But look at all those reds in the middle of his board, Savage.
Yeah, I mean, it went from a yellow story to a red story, and I would love to see a double red from Atalito, although this yellow is going to do it. If he takes out the yellow in the center of this board, it will chop everything down. Oh, that is a long combo. Look at that, set up for another one. And just Atalito just tearing up that level.
Yeah, that was another combo that I was afraid was going to break the game. And if he had gotten that red in column 3, I believe it was, he may have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, if you play and you have enough sort of sprites exploding on the screen at the same time, the game can break, and you are forced to either restart your level, or I think you can jiggle a controller in position 2 really rapidly and it'll fix it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So Atalito just needs one more blue to be out, and he's out at a 448. But Swang's pretty close.
Just needing one more blue, one more red. Doesn't matter which side he goes. I may have gone on the
Excellent.
left side just to avoid a little bit of drop time, but he gets it out at about 5 minutes. We got ourselves a game here.
This is very, very exciting. But Swang didn't have an obvious use for that red-yellow, but turns it into a nice cross anyway. So he's getting a little bit iffy stuff. Now, awesome that Atalito is going to use that double red perfectly to his advantage, make a nice red lightning bolt there. Now needs to get some blue going in order to clear out the middle of this board.
Yeah, and speaking of blue, Swang was looking to clear out a blue horizontally, and as soon as I start talking about it, he gets it. Takes out that garbage horizontally with the double yellow. And look at this yellow, all these yellow blues he's getting. He's been using them very effectively. Does not want to see them now, though. In fact, he really doesn't want to see much yellow at all. The yellow that he is getting, however, he uses to set up a potential drop combo. Goes ahead and clears it out, though.
Yeah, so he will be taking some garbage on that, but, I think it was just too long in coming, honestly. So now Atalito is pretty high up on that right-hand side of the board. And notice if he takes out, if he takes out this red here in column 4, he's going to have a drop combo there that produces no garbage. Amazing, amazing stuff.
Yeah, and it's still a tie game right now. That's the crazy thing. You look at these boards and you think, man, they're so high up. I don't know how they're going to get out of this. And then all of a sudden, a big combo fires off, and boom, it's a tie game again.
Right. Now for Atalito, that double yellow came just a second too late, but he's able to fire off that cross that he was looking for with other stuff. And again, as you said before, the elite players, they have contingency plans. They know how to fix it if something doesn't go their way. And Atalito is in a really good position if he gets enough blue to clear out a lot of stuff when this horizontal drops. And he is going to trigger that with another red, I believe.
Yeah, and look at this combo that Swang's fixing to get ready to fire off as soon as he gets a red. I think ideally, I see what he was doing.
Oof.
Wow. Atalito out at a 720.
Yeah, that was an outstanding combo he really had set up so that everything that was on his board was going to be destroyed with that one red. And it didn't matter what kind of red it was. Swung out at a 740.
So we move into our final level. Not loving Swang's board, not loving how much yellow and red there are. He does look like he could potentially clear out these reds horizontally. He's not going to do that. I like that decision. Just going to play everything vertically. Some classic top-down Dr. Mario. Oh, he's going to set up for a fat log T here.
Oh, and he gets it. Beautiful. And then the garbage falls down perfectly to set up on columns 7 and 8. Now, Atalito has started off this outstandingly well. He started off with a great T, and the combos keep on rolling here. And notice that he's working on the right-hand side of the board because that's where the blue is, and that's what started to show up. He does need a little more red and yellow to clear things out in a more straightforward way in the center of the board.
Yeah, looking at these boards, they're both really good. Atalito's board is a little bit heavy on the left side, though. He is working to bring that down. Swang with a nice to drop into another combo. And another a short stack, but with a little bit of drop time there. Still gets a clear. Would love to see a red-yellow for Swang right now to take that yellow horizontally.
Yeah, it looks like he is working on that, and then he had plans on top of that as well. So nicely done there. Atalito's still ahead by about 5, just fired off a really nice combo there.
Yeah, this is one of those matches that's just going to come down to who gets the better pills.
Yeah, although Atalito's board so open, so clean. He does want to get that red going, though.
I'm curious to see if Swang goes for this yellow-blue fat log. He does have it set up. He also has a blue horizontal setup there in his column 7. And he's going to get the fat log.
Wow.
And so close to the double. He's going to get the double blue. Clears out the reds.
Oh my gosh, just needs 2 more reds, but it's
Atalito
not enough.
takes it with a
Oh, wow.
10-16. Brings us to our first decider of the entire month.
I mean, if you're going to have a decider, it should definitely be here, right?
Absolutely. This is what we like to see. Some hardcore competition between both our players. Atalito, coming back from a 2-crown deficit, has now brought Swang to a decider. Can he pull off the reverse sweep and claim a second victory in a row?
Wow. Yeah.
Taking a sip of Dr. Mario juice.
As Rig says, what a match.
Indeed.
So what started off as a best of 5, now a best of 1.
Oh, Swang pulling the fever strats. I like it.
Oh yeah, he's gotta raise the temperature. And we've got our countdown. 3, 2,
1.
pills. All right.
I don't know what that voice was.
Oh well. Decider hype. Yeah, so the first pill that Atalito got was that red-yellow. Didn't really have the place to put it, signaling that he's going to try to take these blues out horizontally, I think. There it goes. Leaves a little bit of garbage on column 7, but nothing that can't be cleaned out.
Yeah, and Swang was looking for a horizontal of himself. I don't know. However you say that correctly.
Of his own,
yeah,
right?
of his own. There we go.
We got it.
He does get the horizontal. He's needing a bunch of red blue now to progress this board. He does get a really nice drop combo there. A little bit concerned about his columns 1 and 2, though. He's got those 2 red pieces of garbage. If he can clear those out, then he's gonna have a really nice quick trip through those columns, though.
Yeah, and Swang is making that work. He's just focusing on other places. Notice he's built up that horizontal, so he takes out the virus that was under the garbage. The garbage is still there, however. So not sure exactly how long-term these plans are going to need to be. And in the meantime, Atalito opening up about a 5 virus lead with a nice straightforward board. And these are just like very good shapes for him to have, very easy to work with. And so he drops this vertical into a horizontal down the center of the board and just opening up even more of a lead.
Oh, Swang gets the fat log, but it takes away one of the blue pieces he needed to drop down that yellow, so he's going to have to clear that out and start over.
Speaking of horizontal, Atalito working on that himself, and notice once he gets a blue for the bottom of this, there he goes. He fires off that horizontal, and he had a double yellow horizontal, so it didn't even matter that the first row of yellow didn't work out.
Yeah, he's just needing 2 more blues, gets them out. Oh, but he misses the drop. Oh, and he's not happy about it. Oh, and now he's getting...
Okay, all right.
There it is.
That could have been... We know the RNG in this game. That could have been a lot worse. We hate to see it, but it could have filled his whole bottle.
Yeah, that could have run into a top out situation very quickly for Atalito. Very to get that final blue. Swang looking to just clear out the rest of this board. He has some really nice double opportunities there in his columns 1 and 2, just not getting the pills for them. In fact, blue-red is pretty much all Swang needs right now. He could have used that blue-yellow to drop down. He's going to do it here instead.
Oh, but this is perfect. That's exactly what he needs. At about 3 minutes. Yeah, but now he's about 20 viruses behind Atalito going into this level 15. Atalito getting the blue that he needs to keep this board working. I mean, he needed a bunch of blue, and he still does.
Ooh, a
But
misdrop from Swong.
oh, high up on that board.
Oh, that's so unfortunate if you're Swong right now. I really wonder how he's going to clear this out. He could potentially clear the blue horizontally and drop the red down, but with the yellows underneath, I really don't know how he wants to attack this.
Yeah, and that leaves a big space open for Atalito to keep his combo game strong. Notice him sending this down from column 6, eventually falls into a sweet tea. And I mean, Atalito just so calm firing these things off. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Swong has almost managed to completely clear out that misdrop. He had a chance, but he had some garbage drop down. Just needing a red. Ideally, he wants a double red, but he does go ahead and take a drop that I didn't see and clears it out. And he's
Wow.
still got a little bit of garbage to deal with as Atalito out of his level 15 at a 421, about 45 virus lead on Swong right now.
Yeah, and that is really, this is a textbook of example of what happens on these higher levels when you have a misdrop up top. It can take you most of the level to figure that out, even as you have elite level play. So just really a testament to Swong's skills that he was able to stay patient and work around that. So Atalito has 52 viruses left in this level 16, setting up a nice T there, but just needs a ton of blue-yellow at the moment, John.
Yeah, a ton of blue-yellow is Atalito needing, just as you said. This red-yellow is going to be really nice for him. Gets a nice horizontal to drop down some garbage. Meanwhile, over on Swong's side, just really fighting to do whatever he can, really waiting for a blue-yellow. Gets it. Gonna clear out 3 columns worth of viruses and garbage. But Swong just needing blue upon blue upon blue, setting up for a horizontal yellow here. But I just, we'll see. We know what Swong's capable of, but this is going to be a pretty big deficit for him to come back from.
I mean, yeah, he is very close to being lapped, and we don't often see that situation in the finals. And so that's really tricky. Now, Atalito, going to work on this red horizontally, is going to need to get a little more red for the center of this board to be comfortable, gets it. And so now it's really just, can he get the blue and use it as efficiently as possible?
He's peeking over at Swong. He's laughing. He's got a smile on his face. He knows that this is probably over for him. After that misdrop just really hurt him there at the beginning of his board. It shows a testament to just Swong's personality, how easygoing he has been, and he can just laugh it off and keep playing.
Yeah, he is just so much nicer than I am. I'd be shaking my head. I'd be dropping some words that would be very obvious to tell what they were on stream, but inappropriate. Yeah, and so Atalito gets out of level 16 before Swong's out of 15, and so he has been lapped here, and so now it's just how quickly can Atalito finish out this level for swag purposes.
Yeah, and look at all the red and blue that was on his top line until he made that ridiculous combo.
Really nicely done there.
Swong looking to set up a horizontal yellow to drop that blue down there in his column 5. Not really getting the yellows to do it, though. That yellow blue is going to be really nice for him. And this double yellow allows him to get the combo with very minimal garbage on his board.
Atalito working on a little bit of garbage of his own there. Notice in the center of the board, he's got a little bit of cluster, easily comboed out, however, and there he goes. He does it. Now, these two keeping pace, but on different levels. So they basically have the same virus count there. Now, Atalito's board just filled with tasty doubles to work on.
Yeah, this is a great board for
Ooh.
Atalito. I really wish there was more blue on it so I could use the term blutiful. But look
Well,
at
you
that
just did. Oh my
combo.
gosh. Both players had a combo that was similar to that, just very fat teas that require, like, you don't do that by accident. There are some amazing combos that almost look like they weren't predictable, but that one, that was so carefully planned from both players. Really nicely done as Swan gets a double horizontal there.
Swang just really making quick work of this level 16. But unfortunately, Adelito's on 17, and with 8 viruses left, it's pretty safe to say at this point, unless something ridiculous happens with the RNG, that Atalito is going to finish Swang here. And with one more blue yellow, well, not almost with a blue yellow, he'll get the horizontal here and get the blues vertically. 2 more yellows, and Atalito will do it. And there it is, out at a 918.
And that is outstanding. With that, Atalito is your 2-time champion with one of the top 10 hot times. So he is on fire.
Absolutely.
Swung topping out. Yep. Gonna give
GG's
his
to both
GGs.
players. Very well fought out battle. That's the kind of finals we like to see here in the Dr. Mario Championship.
Exactly. And of course, we would have loved that level 15 to go differently for Swang, but just a hard fought match for both of these players. They have been playing for a good long time. And so a very well-deserved win from Atalito. So, John, do you have any messages for the general Dr. Mario viewing public before I turn them loose on the world?
Well, if you like what you've seen here today, join our Discord. Learn from the best. We invite all players, whether you are a speedrunner, a versus player, somebody who just likes the game and wants to know more. Join our Discord. There are all kinds of people that would be willing to help you learn and play the game. And that's it for me. We'll see you guys here next week for the silver.
Awesome. Yeah, again, join us next Saturday at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern for that silver tournament. We're going to see some new players, some old favorites take each other on. And again, thank you to all the commentary help today, Ook the Librarian, BSG 4000, John Datflindo, and myself. And of course, our amazing restreamer, The Dave, who makes everything look so beautiful. It's so effortless. So thank you to him. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And until we see you again, take your vitamins.